Hello everyone, how are we doing? How is the weekend? I hope we all enjoy this wonderful weekend. So today family, I want to quickly review to us guys what I'm currently looking at on AUD. I mean NZD USD as the market is about to open in a few hours time. So without really wasting much of our time, let's really get started. So before I start showing us guys what I'm currently looking at in this market, I really want us guys to understand that whatsoever I'll be sharing with us guys here is my what personal opinion about what the market will really do because trading is a very high probability game. So let's really get started, family. So NZD USD this daily time frame as you can see, and I'm using the daily time frame to determine the overall sentiment of the market, which we can see the overall sentiment is really bearish. You can see how the market is really going to the downside, putting on those form of lower lows and lower highs. So on the daily time frame where I'm really expecting to see a mitigation is all from this supply zone. That's when that new lower high will start forming. This is where I'm really looking at price will buy up to for a mitigation. Then I start looking for my entry confirmation to take this market short because NZD USD the overall bias right from the 3 month to the 1 month to the weekly to the daily to the 4 hours time frame we are really bearish. So everything I'm looking at for more is bearish order flow. Like I'm really looking at markets should keep selling down on NZD USD. That's my really focus. So uh since the market is really trending downward and probably the daily time frame is still bearish and we're still putting on these lower lows. Probably, we can see we have taken out this previous lower low. This is the daily lower low, right? We have taken out this daily lower low, and the market is still selling down. Probably, we don't know when that pullback will start happening, right? We don't actually know when that pullback will start happening. But here are areas where I am potentially anticipating that can actually cause price to really deliver that new lower high. Remember, like on the bearish trend, all demand zones that have not been yet mitigated are areas where they facilitate a pullback or a reaction in price, right? So I'm expecting to see either these demand zones that I highlighted should facilitate that pullback for price to form that new lower high, or we should just see some accumulation and then another distribution to the downside. So that's what I'm really expecting. So that would I'll quickly be going to the 2 hours time frame where I really had my trade idea, my nice and sound trading idea, which I'm about to share with us guys. So let's really go. So you can see from the daily time frame we are bearish, 4 hour bearish, 2 hour bearish. So you can see how I'm combining the time frames, right? You can see how I've combined the time frame. So you don't just want to come to the market and then start looking at only one time frame. I think this is one of the reasons why I started the analysis from the daily time frame, so that we all will know that multiple time frame analysis is very important. It allows you to know the directional bias where you are really trading towards to, right? So it allows you to know the directional bias of the market. So we can see from the 2 hours time frame, we can see the same thing, right? We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and the lower low, right? We have another new lower low. So what's the expectation? The expectation is to see a new lower high being formed, then we expand to the downside. It's as simple as that. Like you don't need to complicate it. Oh my god, you don't really need to complicate it. So this is what I'm currently looking at. And where am I really looking to short the market off from? We can see this area where I highlighted as my supply zone. I would really love to go deep, in giving all the details why I'm looking at this supply zone for mitigation, but to be honest, it's not really here because that would take much of my time here. So here is where I'm really looking at price should really trace back to. As if if that lower high will really form, this is where I'm really expecting a mitigation. Once price mitigate of this supply zone, I wait for my entry confirmation, then I take this market short, targeting this week low. And why will I be targeting this week low? Because this is the next liquidity low that I am expecting price should really take out. And regardless of the structure of the market. Remember, when the market is really trending bearish, all what we look out for is for the previous lower low to be taken out, right? So the previous lower low to be taken out. So once we got our entry right here, I'm expecting to what see this low being taken out. And what is giving me more confidence? Let me just give us this few reason why I'm having much confidence, and what is giving me more confidence in actually thinking price will really buy up to this supply zone is because we can see at this top, we have this buy side liquidity. We have this buy side liquidity that potentially price can potentially come back and capture, right? We all know that the market is always attracted to areas of liquidity because liquidity is fuel to the market. And also we can see we have those inefficiencies, those imbalances, right? We have those imbalances that price left unfilled. So all those, confluences are what, know are what actually, the market are always, coming back to, rebalance. All those kind of areas of imbalance in the market are areas where price is always coming back to balance. So, this area which I highlighted is the same thing like what I share with us guys on the daily time frame. So let me quickly show us guys uh what I saw there. Okay, so we are reacting up from this week right here. This week right here, this is where we are really reacting off from. And if you're going to refine that week more lower, like on the 1 minute or seconds, I'm very, very sure that you are going to see a very, very nice demand zone right there because the market does not just move because it needs to move. The market does not just move because it needs to move. On the bearish trend, or like I said from the daily, on the bearish trend, all demand zones are areas where they facilitate the pullback. Either we see a new lower high being formed or we see an accumulation happening in the market before a distribution. So this is what I'm really, really looking at as this market is about to open. So we all should know that, like I said from the beginning, whatsoever I'm sharing with us guys here is my own personal opinion because trading is a very, very high probability game, right? So let me really look at the other pair that I'm actually paying attention to. Let me just break it down to us guys, which is GBP JPY. Like those are the pairs that really, really make sense to me to actually put my confidence in, waiting to see how the probability will deliver. So let me show us guys GBP JPY, GBP JPY. So on GBP JPY, like here is what I'm really, really looking at as the market is about to open in a few hours time. Here is what I'm really, really looking at. I'm looking at to see this pullback, like the same thing. I want to see all this liquidity. We can see not only this liquidity point here, we have this liquidity here, right? We can see we have a trend line liquidity there, which I personally call it dynamic liquidity because it's movable. So I'm really expecting price should take out all this liquidity and either we mitigate all these demand zone right here, or we break through this demand zone and then we mitigate all this extreme demand zone and then we look for that entry confirmation to take this market along because GBP JPY, the overall sentiment, like we are really, really bullish. Like we are really, really bullish. GBP JPY, you guys should keep this video, your watch list. Like GBP JPY, we are really, really bullish. We are really going to see more buys. Like we are really, really going to see more buys. I'm saying this very, very confidently because I know what I see. I'm seeing. Like I really, really know what I'm seeing, and I am confident in saying it. So GBP JPY, we are really, really bullish. And mark my word, we are really going to be seeing more buys on GBP JPY. Right? We are going to see more buys on GBP JPY. So this is what I'm currently looking at as the market is about to open. So this area which you can see I highlighted, this second area of interest, like this is my refinement. As a smart money traders, we all know that we are researchers. We will refine our higher time frame demand or supply zone on the lower time frame. So all those zones right here are my lower time frame supply, which price mitigate if price mitigate them, I have more confidence in really, really taking action. That's when my entry model showed up. I have more confidence in taking those kind of trade, especially when my lower time frame demand zone that I refined was mitigated. That gives me extra confidence when looking to take my action. So this is what I really, really have for us guys today, family. And if you really, really find what I'm doing right here valuable, you can kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I drop my weekly review like this, you'll be notified. And if you are really, really interested on this trade idea, you can actually add it to your watch list. Let's actually pay attention and see how this probability will be playing out. Because, like I said, trading is a very, very high probability game. So, I don't want us guys to be like, because I highlight those zones for us guys here, then we started giving it the 100. That price must definitely come back and react from those areas. Like never. Right? Trading is a probability game. So, I think in probability, and all what I do is I just trade my concept, and what my concept actually allows me to do is analyze the market and then have patience and see seeing what the probability will happen, and then once it happens, I take action on the probability. That is all I do because even when I have confidence, it doesn't mean that everything will show up the way I plan it because I'm not the one that actually controls this market. So everything I'm doing right here is just a probability. So I wish us all a profitable week, family. Peace out.